Good morning, everyone. So, today we are going to start with question number 9, 2. Here it says a plus ib upon c plus id is equal to p plus iq. Prove that p square plus q square is equal to a square plus b square upon c square plus d square. So, we need to use this, okay, to prove this one. Here you will see that on the left hand side we have p square plus q square. This is what we need to show on the left hand side, and this is given to us, and on the right we have p plus iq, and this is p square plus q square. This is a complex number. P plus iq is a complex number. If I take mod of this, then you know mod will be this, p square plus q square. Yes or no? So this is giving us idea, okay, it's like hint for us that we should take this, okay, and we should take mod both the sides, okay, we should take mod of both the side, and then we should proceed further, okay. So what we will do is we will write down whatever is given to us. So this is given to us, then we'll take modulus both the sides. So here I'm taking modulus both the side. That means I have to put this both the sides, okay. So here you can see I've taken modulus both the sides, and I think we have discussed about the properties of modulus. It says that if we have two complex numbers z1 and z2, then mod z1 upon z2 is equal to mod of z1 upon mod of z2. I think we have discussed this property. So by this property, in the very next step, we can write mod a plus ib, okay, upon mod of this c plus id is equal to mod of p plus iq. Here I have given you the reason also why we have come to this step, okay. So if you have got two complex numbers, then this property holds, okay. Now you know that mod of this complex number a plus ib will be nothing but square root of a square plus b square. So for numerator I have written over here, and for this denominator I get this, okay, and for my right hand side I am getting this. Done. Now what we can do is we can square both the sides in order to remove the roots. So squaring both the sides, I will get rid of these roots, and hence it's proved. This is what we were required to prove, okay. Now let us see next. So here, before we move on to question, here we have got one topic. Here we are talking about a square root of a complex number, okay. Like when I say square root of 4, you say 2. Square root of 16, it is 4. Square root of 81, it's 9. So same way, when we have a complex number, let's say a plus ib, then it will have a root, yes. So root for a complex number is given by these two formula. One is here, one is here. Now the question is, why do we have two formula? So the reason for having two formula is, if b is greater than 0, in that case we use this, okay, and when b is less than 0, so in that case we use this, okay. You will see that they are same, only here you can see this is the difference. This is the difference, yes, plus and minus. So here when b is less than 0 means negative, that time here also negative. B greater than 0 means we are talking about positive, so that time here positive, okay. Rest you can see is same, here, 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 okay. So you have to remember these two cases, okay. And once you remember these two cases, you can easily find the root of a complex number. Okay. The only thing you have to remember this case 1 and case 2, that when b is greater than 0, so in that case we have to use plus, and when b is less than 0 we have to use minus. Okay, rest is same. So here you can see formula is this: plus minus 1 upon root 2. Okay, then this bracket opens, and square root of a plus square root of a square plus b square, then plus I times, okay, root, then again root a square plus b square minus a. Okay, for b less than 0 only this becomes minus, nothing else. Okay, so now let us see few examples. Okay, and with those examples things will be more clear to you. So here it says, find the square root of each of the following. So this is your question 10. Find the square root of each of the following. So one more thing, like whenever you are asked to find the square root of a complex number, make sure that you get that complex number in this form only. Okay, if that complex number is not in this form, firstly you need to bring it to this form. Okay, then you'll be easily, like, you can make out which one is your a, which one is your b, and therefore you can decide which case should be applied over here. Okay, and then you can proceed on. So whenever you get to find the square root of a complex number, make sure that your complex number is in this form, a plus ib. Okay, so here you can see that my first question is this: we have to find root of this minus 2i. I know it's a complex number. Okay, but firstly I let z be this 0 plus. Now you can see this is exactly in this form. Yes, so here you can make out your a is 0 and b is minus 2, which is less than 0. Since it's less than 0, that means we are talking about case 2. Okay, so square root will be plus minus 1 by root 2, open the bracket, then this, then a plus square root a square plus b square minus I a square plus b square minus a. Okay, got it? So let us see now. So here your z is this, which can be written as this. Here a is your this and b is minus 2, which is less than 0. Case 2 must be used. Okay. Then square root of z will be like this. Like when we say square root of a square root of 4. So how do we write? Like this. Yes or no? So when I'm saying a square root of z, okay, so I'll be writing it like this. Yes. Now I can write like this. This is my a. Here b is minus 2. So case 2 formula is this. Okay. So substitute the values, simplify it, and at the end you'll get this. Okay. Next is this 3 plus 4i. Okay. So here z is equal to 3 plus 4i. A is your 3. B is 4, which is greater than 0. That is case 1. Okay. So case 1 is plus minus 1 by root 2, open, then square root a plus square root a square plus b square. Then here we have to put plus I, then square root a square plus b square minus a. Okay. So here z is this, a is this, b is this. Case 1 must be used. Then substitute the values. Okay. So once you know the formula, okay, once you have memorized it, you don't have to mention over here that a plus square root of a square this. You can simply write. If you, for reference, if you want to write in rough, no problem, you can write it in the rough. Okay, like here if you want to give scenes, this, that, and all, so that you can do. Otherwise not needed. Okay, and substitute, simplify, and okay, so after substitution you are getting this. And then root 25 is 5. You have this. So you got this. Then this. then this. I'm just trying to scroll it slowly so that you can copy it. Okay. Okay. Number 3, minus 5 plus 12i. Here this will go in case 1. This will go in case 2. So these two are your homework. You have to find the square root of these complex numbers. Okay. Okay, children. So our next topic is cube roots of unity. That means cube roots of 1. So you can give this as heading, and now firstly I'll try to explain here what we are trying to find. Okay, means what we are trying to get through this. Okay, so you know that if I write x square equal to 1, okay, then here you can have two values for x. Okay, first we can have 1 and second we can have minus 1, because 1 square is also 1 and minus 1 square is also 1. Okay, so in that case we say that 1 as well as minus 1 are roots of this. Yes or no? Now suppose I have this x cube equal to 1. Since here power was 2, so we got 2 roots. Yes, and here what is the power? Power is 3, so we should get 3 roots for this equation. Yes, so firstly you can say that, sir, x equal to 1 will satisfy this. Yes, x equal to 1 will satisfy, because if you take cube then you are getting x cube equal to 1. Now what about the other two? We should have 2 more, yes, which will satisfy this equation. Like here we had 1 and minus 1. Yes, so 1 and minus 1, these two are roots for this one. Yes, same way we have x cube equal to 1, so we should have 3 values of x, okay, which will satisfy this equation. But right now you are able to say that x equal to 1 is the answer. Now what about the other two? So these other two are nothing but complex numbers. Okay, they are complex numbers. So here you can see that this one will be called cube root of 1. Okay, like when I write x cube equal to 1, it means that x is cube root of 1. Okay, so this one is a cube root of 1. Okay, now 2 more are there, okay, which are cube roots of 1. Okay, so how do we find it? So let's see. So this was rough, you can say. I was just trying to explain. Now you can write, let x cube equal to 1, then this implies that x cube minus 1 is equal to 0, which implies x cube minus 1 cube equal to 0. Now you can see this is in this form, a cube minus b cube equal to 0 type. Yes, so you know that a cube minus b cube can be written as a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. Yes, so this can be written as x minus 1 x square plus, here a is x, b is 1, so we get simply x. Okay, and here 1 is there, so 1 square means 1 equal to 0. So this implies that either this is 0 or this is 0. Okay, so x minus 1 equal to 0, and we have this also. So x equal to 1. So you got x equal to 1. So one root is found. Yes. Now the remaining two roots will be found, okay, using this. But you can see that this is a quadratic equation. Yes. So quadratic equation, you know the formula, x equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. So here your b is 1, so you write minus 1 plus minus under root b square means 1 square minus 4ac, okay, that means only 4 you are getting, okay, upon 2a means only 2, by this formula, x equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Yes, so here your a is 1, b is 1, c is 1, so you'll get this. And this can be written as but under root minus 1 will be I. Yes, so we got this. So therefore x will be 1, and here minus 1 plus root 3i by 2 minus 1 minus root 3 into I by 2, okay, are cube roots of 1, okay, or you can say these are cube roots of unity, okay. Now let us denote minus 1 plus root 3i by 2, okay, by omega, that is omega is equal to minus 1 plus root 3i by 2, okay. Then like here we have got 3 roots. Yes, these are the cube roots of 1. So I am taking this to be as omega, means I am going to denote this by omega. So if you denote this by omega, no, then other complex root will be omega square, okay, getting it? So this is done, and note number 1 omega square are the cube roots of unity. Yes, where omega is this, and your omega square will be the other one, okay. And number 2, 1 plus omega square is always 0. Number 3, omega cube is 1, okay. And from here if you want to deduce, you can get this also, that omega into omega square is 1, which implies omega square equal to 1 by omega, okay, or omega is 1 by omega square, okay. So you can get this from here, omega cube equal to 1. From here you can get these things, okay? And now let us see questions, okay? Okay, so question number 11. Here it's saying if omega be an imaginary cube root of 1, okay? So just now I explained that cube root of 1 are 1, then one will be minus 1 plus root 3i upon 2, another will be this. Out of these three roots, these two are complex, or you can say imaginary, okay? Imaginary roots. Yes. So we have got three cube roots for 1. Out of these three, these two are imaginary, means complex. And if I denote this to be omega, okay, if I denote this to be omega, then other will be omega square. Yes or no? So here you can see if omega be an imaginary cube root of 1, okay, we know that cube roots of 1 are going to be 1 and these two. Yes. And here they are saying that one of the imaginary is omega, then other imaginary will be omega square. Okay. Like I said, if I denote one of the imaginary roots to be omega, then other has to be omega square. Getting it? So here already one imaginary cube root is given, that is omega. So other imaginary cube root will be omega square. Then find the value of omega plus omega square. Okay. And this. Find the value of this also. 1 plus omega square plus omega cube plus omega to the power 4 plus omega to the power 5. So after finding this value, I had given you in notes that omega cube will be 1 and 1 plus omega square is always 0. Okay. So here you can see that we are looking for omega plus omega square. And you know this relation that 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. So what would be value for omega plus omega square? It would be minus 1. Okay. So here you can see since omega is a complex cube root of 1, then omega square is also a complex root of 1. Okay, means the other complex root. Okay. We know that 1 plus omega square is 0. So omega plus omega square will be minus 1. This is the answer. Okay. Next is this 1 plus omega square plus omega cube plus omega to the power 4 plus omega to the power 5 we have to find. So you can see the first three terms, it's nothing but 0 because we know this relation. Yes. If omega is a cube root of 1, then 1 plus omega square is always 0. Yes. So the first three term equal to 0. And here you can see that we have got omega cube plus omega to the power 4 plus omega to the power 5. So omega cube, omega to the power 4, omega. So here you can see that omega cube is common. Yes. So take that out. You are left with 1 omega plus omega square. Now this thing is 0. Yes. This is 0. So omega cube into 0 is 0. So here first three terms 0. Okay. And here omega cube, you know, it's 1. Here I have done differently actually, no problem. So omega cube 1, and from here what I have done, I have taken out omega cube common. Okay. So that omega cube again it becomes 1. Then I'm left with 1 plus omega square is equal to 0, because this is coming minus 1. So anyway, since I had solved this last year, okay, so I had solved it differently. So no problem, you can do it in this way also. Okay, at the end you'll get 0 only. So you can do anyway. Okay, it depends on you. Since I had solved this last year, so I'm using the same. So that's why. Now, okay, question number 12. If omega be complex root of unity, prove that. So here omega is a complex cube root of unity. So obviously the other complex root will be omega square, and 1 plus omega square will be 0, and omega cube will be 1. Okay, so we have this relation, and we have to use these only to simplify this to show left hand side equal to right hand side. Okay, so here you see that we will take the left hand side. Done. Now 1 minus omega square, and this omega to the power 4 can be written as omega cube into omega, and this will be 1 in the next step. Okay, and here this omega to the power 8 can be written as omega to the power 6 into omega square. Okay, and this omega to the power 6 can be further written as omega cube whole square, but this will be 1. Okay, so you can see in the next step this is same, but here omega cube is 1, so I'm only left with omega, and here omega to the power 6 can be written as this. Okay, so in the next step what happens, this is 1 minus omega, this is also 1 minus omega, so we get 1 minus omega whole square. Okay, and this is 1 minus omega square, and here this is equal to 1, so we are only left with 1 minus omega square. Done. So now next step, 1 minus omega square into 1 minus omega square, this becomes 1 minus omega square whole square. Okay, you can see here. Now here it is 1 minus omega square, and here we have 1 minus omega square whole square. So if you have something like this, that x square into y square, then you can write xy whole square. Yes or no? So in the next step what we'll do is we'll write 1 minus omega into 1 minus omega square whole square. Okay, now we will open the bracket. So 1 into 1, 1 into minus omega square, we get this minus omega minus plus omega cube. Okay, now this is equal to 1, so next step you got this. Done. So this 1 plus this 1 you get 2, and here we have omega square minus omega. Okay, so you know that 1 plus omega square equal to 0. So omega plus omega square will be minus 1. Yes. So in the next step I'll take out minus common. Okay, then I'm getting omega square plus omega. Okay, so in the next step this will be equal to minus 1. Okay, so put this minus 1, then 2 minus 1, so 2 plus 1, yes, whole square. That means 3 whole square, that is your 9. Okay, so it's your right hand side. Now 2 and 3, these two are homework for you. Okay, so here you have to use this only, 1 plus omega square equal to 0 and omega cube equal to 1. Using these two only, you have to simplify. You need to show your left hand side is equal to right hand side. Okay, so this is all for today.